the relationship between the invisible and visible dimension. In the Vedic Shastras, it is mentioned that this entire physical dimension is an illusion. When the rational mind hears this, it sounds very absurd. After all, when somebody strikes me on the head, it hurts. When I'm hungry, I feel like eating. I'm thirsty. How can you say that's an illusion? Okay. So you have to understand what is meant by an illusion. Anything that is temporary does not last. It is illusory. Why? Why is this entire universe an illusion? Because it is constantly changing. Now, if you look at our senses tell us that the sun is going around the earth, but we know that is not true. Our senses tell us that the earth is stationary, but we know that is not true. We know that it is rotating on its axis and it is revolving around the sun. So the question is that if our senses are telling us that which is not right, then what is real? So the question arises, is your mind real? People don't know. But observe, it is invisible. How about your consciousness? Is your consciousness real? It's invisible. How about your thoughts? Your thoughts are the source of all your words, all of your actions. They are also invisible. Okay? And it is only when your invisible mind is energized by your invisible consciousness that you become aware of the physical dimension. And it is only when your invisible mind is energized by your invisible consciousness that you can begin to receive invisible thoughts, which you then express in words and deeds in the physical domain. Now, at the end of the day, when you have said everything you want to say, you want to do everything you want to do, where do you record all your experiences? You record your experiences with your invisible thoughts, in your invisible mind, and your invisible consciousness. So without these invisible phenomena, your invisible consciousness, mind and thought, you aren't even aware of the physical domain. And without your invisible consciousness, mind and thought, you cannot function in the physical domain. So which is more important, the invisible or the visible? Think about it. It's the invisible, because it is the invisible that makes the visible dimension possible. Another case in point. You can take a bomb and destroy a building. Can you destroy the space that building occupies? No. Why not? Space is invisible. So anything that is invisible tends to be permanent. Anything that is visible is temporary. Okay? You have a relative reality and an absolute reality. Now, if you look at the chicken and the egg, which is real, the egg or the chicken? When a caterpillar is ready to become a butterfly, it spins a cocoon and it takes nothing other than itself inside the cocoon. And while in the cocoon, all of the various atoms and molecules get rearranged and out comes the butterfly. So which is real? The caterpillar, the cocoon, or the butterfly? So these are illusions. The entire physical dimension is like a kaleidoscope. If you look at a kaleidoscope and you keep on turning it, all the pieces get rearranged and you have different images. But is anything really changing? Nothing's really changing. So in the physical domain, all the changes that you see are unreal. They are just temporary. They are not real. That is why we have that ancient Vedic prayer. Asatama sadgamaya, tamasama jyotirgamaya, mrityu mam amritam gara. From the unreal lead me to the real. From darkness lead me unto light. From death lead me unto immortality.